Welcome to NAPA Echlin's product training series. My name is Jerry, and I'll be your guide as we explore the features and benefits of many of NAPA Echlin's products. In today's episode, we will be featuring NAPA Echlin Diesel, which is the most comprehensive diesel program available today. This product line continues to grow in both product offering and application coverage, which means it has a constant learning curve. This episode is designed to help you recognize what's available, the quality of the products, and the depth of education and information that comes with it. I'll start by using VIO numbers and market trends to outline why we're in the diesel market. Then I'll go on to product quality, coverage, and we'll finish the episode with marketing and the latest information regarding help for you and your local customers. So grab pen and paper for notes, and let's get started. When it comes to alternate fuel vehicles, data as recent as the third quarter of 2020 reveals that diesel is still the platform of choice. However, due to issues that Volkswagen experienced a few years ago, and with the government's continued push on green initiatives, sales and production of diesel passenger cars has waned. Nonetheless, light truck diesel world has continued a very strong growth pattern. Hybrid and battery electric vehicle growth is on the passenger side, but diesel growth is primarily on the light truck side. This graph shows the number of light truck diesel applications that were sold each year. 2010 was a sharp rebound from 2008 and 2009 numbers. Growth stayed steady but minimal until 2015 when sales began to recover to their previous growth rate. The last few years have had exceptional growth in the light truck diesel world. Part of that growth has been the addition of the half-ton light diesel offerings. Dodge, Ford, and GM all offer a diesel in their respective half-ton pickup trucks. Between that and a big surge in the demand for diesel-powered light trucks by personal use, the diesel market is stronger than ever and appears to have further growth potential. I want you to notice the 2020 numbers. These numbers are Q3 only, and they're projected through the end of the year. The growth is strong, and experts predict that it will maintain this trend for many years to come. The 7.3-liter engine was introduced in 1994. This new system, known as HUI, which stands for Hydraulically Activated Electronically Controlled Unit Injector, was a state-of-the-art fuel delivery system when it was released. The system uses high-pressure oil to activate and run the injectors. The low-pressure engine oil pump supplies oil to the high-pressure pump. The high-pressure oil is then distributed throughout the cylinder heads to the injectors. In 2003, the 6.0-liter engine was released. This was still a HUI system, but had many changes to the engine design. The cylinder heads went to 4 valves, requiring the injectors to be smaller. The oil pressure was also delivered differently for the same reason. Instead of oil galleys in the cylinder heads, hoses and high-pressure manifolds delivered oil to the injectors. These are the injectors that we offer for the HUI systems. Shown on the slide are the remanufactured part numbers. New injectors are available. Simply replace the R suffix with NX on the part number for the new injectors. Unique boxing allows for quick visual differences between new and reman products. New product boxes have gold trim and a gold medallion, while the reman product has a silver trim with a silver medallion. High-pressure oil pumps are an integral component for these applications. They've had few changes to design, but their function is still the same. Each of these components, remanufactured in our facility, is factory tested to meet OE performance standards, and each one comes with seals and gaskets needed for installation. Hoses are a recommended add-on to the pump sales for 7.3-liter applications, and standpipe and dummy plugs are always recommended on their later 6.0 applications. The common rail system does not use high-pressure oil like the HUI design. Instead, this system relies on high-pressure fuel to operate. The high-pressure fuel pump works in the 5,000 psi to 25,000 psi range based on the system demand. High-pressure fuel is supplied to the injectors through the common rails. These rails are used to retain a volume of high-pressure fuel. When the injector solenoids are energized by the engine control module, referred to as the ECM, and lift the internal valve, the high-pressure fuel is able to bypass the pintle and flow through the injector. By utilizing the common rails, pressure is more easily maintained in the system through all demand situations. Displayed here are the common rail injectors that we offer for GM Duramax applications from 2001 to 2016. These injectors are remanufactured in our facility. Each injector is assembled in our clean room, then fully tested on state-of-the-art equipment. The injectors are run through 10 different tests that put them through every scenario possible. The test takes up to 12 minutes to run. If an injector does not pass every test, it's scrapped, torn down, and sent back. Our quality control demands that only the highest quality products makes it to our NAPA Echlin box. In addition to injectors, we also remanufacture high-pressure injection pumps in our facility. The CP3 pump was utilized by GM from 2001 to 2009 and replaced by the CP4 pump in 2010. Currently, the CP4 pump that we offer in our box is a new pump. These pumps had some internal issues that kept them from being rebuilt. We are currently working with engineers to come up with a fix for these problems, and will release a remanufactured product that addresses these concerns in the coming year. The CP3 pumps that we remanufacture are individually tested to meet or exceed OE performance standards before being boxed and shipped. Every pump is tested to ensure that only the highest quality product makes it to your shelf. The Dodge Ram trucks started with the 5.9-liter Cummins engine in 1989, using a mechanical injection system. They converted to a common rail system in 2003 and used it until 2007, represented by the two injectors on top. The 5.9 did have a mid-year change in 2004 when they changed piston designs and an update to the injectors. The two injectors looked physically the same. The difference is in the nozzle and delivery valve. In 2005, they released the 6.7-liter, which was a big change in many ways. The engine came with EGR and DPF and met the 2010 EPA emission standards. The injector body design has stayed the same from 2007.5 through 2018, with only minor internal changes requiring different part numbers. We remanufacture all of these in our facility. Each injector is then run through a 30-minute test where it must pass every aspect of the test before it can be boxed and shipped. For model years 2007.5 to 2013, injectors must also be given an IQA code for the technician to enter into the vehicle ECM prior to startup. These IQA codes are calculated by this piece of test equipment. The codes are then fed out on a piece of tape that is applied to the injector prior to being removed from the machine. We are fully invested in diesel, and our offering continues to grow. There's always a focus on major diesel engine components like injectors and pumps. But we're so much more than that. We offer the broadest coverage of diesel products for the aftermarket. This slide gives you a brief look at some of the additional categories we offer. Many of these are items that shops believe they have to go back to the dealer for. Not true. Whether it be sensors, emission-related items, or even oil coolers, we've got them covered. Here are just a few examples of the most popular items installers believe they have to go back to the dealer for, and you've got them available in the NAPA Echlin diesel line. And these emissions-related components are becoming one of the fastest-growing segments in the diesel market. Many of these components have been around since 2010, with 2013 and later models having virtually all of these components on each diesel vehicle. A big part of the growth potential here is with the decrease in aftermarket emission system deletions. Fewer repair shops are performing these emission systems deletes. The EPA is aggressively pursuing shops and manufacturers that market, sell, and install these delete systems. That means these components will remain in place on these vehicles and they will wear out and need to be replaced rather than ignored and discarded. This is great news for all of us in the replacement parts business. The exhaust system on these vehicles have as many as 8 different sensors on a single vehicle, valued at over $1,000 combined. The revenue potential is huge. When it comes to quality, we have invested heavily in our clean room facility to ensure only the highest quality parts make it to market. Every component that we remanufacture is fully tested before being boxed. Our coverage is second to none. We have the largest diesel offering in the aftermarket. Many of our competitors choose to focus only on the fastest movers, giving them only a fraction of the coverage that we offer. And availability? Every part number we catalog is available through our distribution centers, unlike some competitors that catalog items they don't even have. We are more than just a part in the box. We offer support to our customers via tech lines, such as the Call Before You Install number. Calling this number helps the installer with any questions they may have regarding fitment and procedures. We are updating all of our instruction sheets to better inform the installer about the specific needs required for each part. These sheets are step-by-step instructions that will include full-color images, torque specs, specific procedures, and warnings that will save them time if followed. Also included is a Things to Know section that will give them highlights of things to look for and do. In addition, we have 2 diesel product specialists dedicated to the line to help with product questions and procedures. And to help you take all this information to the street, we have several methods to help you. We have marketing flyers that you can download, additional training and web support online, as well as brand-specific websites like NAPA Echlin, NAPA Belden, and we also have a YouTube channel that gives great product and service tips. And finally, if you have any questions regarding the NAPA Echlin diesel program or any of our other products, please don't hesitate reaching out to one of the NAPA Echlin regional managers that services your NAPA DC. They'll be happy to help. Well, that's it for this episode. Please come back again for another episode of NAPA Echlin's product training. Until then, thanks for adding to your NAPA know-how.